All right, we got the FBI arresting NBA players and coaches. We got fans not able to get into the Breezy Bowl after playing hundreds of dollars. And Austin Reeves has been going off for the Lakers. What's up? How y'all doing?
Man, chilling, man. Ready to get into it.
Yeah, yeah. How you doing, Wade?
Good, good, good.
Oh man, I know you saw these players getting arrested. I know both of you have seen this. I mean, Chauncey Billups, I can't believe it, man. I'm kind of, in awe that Chauncey, Terry Rozier, and these players are getting caught up and arrested, like to a point where they're getting arrested. It's crazy. We saw earlier this year, Gilbert Arenas got arrested. What's going on, Wade? You think he's snitching on him?
I don't know. I know Gilbert Arenas said that he's going to sue everybody who's saying that he's the one that's snitching. But I think it's unfortunate, man. Like they're risking their NBA careers, they're risking their reputation, betting and things like that. And the Chauncey Billups thing was a surprise to me because I never heard of a coach betting. I never heard of that. I know that's a little bit different because he was doing poker games with the glasses to be able to see through the table to see the cards. But still, even to do that, I mean, that's still like I don't know, crazy. And then Rozier as well. And I kind of always thought Rozier was doing something because I know y'all remember the highlights that they showed where he was just dribbling off, just throwing the ball away, like it was crazy. And I was like, something ain't right with that, like because I'm a basketball player, so I never had them type of turnovers before. But then once this all came out, I was like, that's what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So they said 34 people were arrested. I'm not sure of all who was involved, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's made me it reminded me of Blue Chips. Like I said on one of our episodes back in the day, Blue Chips. I forgot the guy name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Who was
It's
point shading and all
crazy.
that.
Like I
Yeah.
got some of the names here, Jason. Chauncey, of course, Terry Rozier, Damon Jones, Malik Beasley, Jonte Porter was a former Raptor. I'm not surprised on Malik Beasley, man. He cost me some money before. I think that I'm not surprised, man. I'm like, he can't really be this trash. But what do you think, Jason?
I think he might really just be trash. Like I said that about Terry Rozier too. I was like, yo, innocent until proven guilty because I think they just trash. Um, but I also will say this. I think first of all, there's so much that we don't know, and I could criticize this FBI till the cows come home. I don't think that they're always honest actors, and you notice. I think that they start putting out high profile cases, particularly making black men the face of it when we know that the five families of the mafia are behind it, but you didn't see any of their pictures. We don't even know their names or know who they are. All you saw was a bunch of black men.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, Chauncey, all he was doing was just kind of showing up to poker games to entice, big money dudes to get involved in the games. And I also think that the people who are really behind this, it ain't no Gilbert Arenas, it's the legal gambling industry. They don't want to compete with illegal gambling, or with underground gambling, taking a lot of the high stakes players. They want the high stakes players to go to Bellagio or to go and get on Polymarket or get on FanDuel or whatever. Who, by the way, if those companies want to sponsor us, we are we are not morally opposed to that. But I think that's what it really comes down to. But I was really frustrated, with the FBI. They put out the pictures of these black men, but they won't tell you nothing. They won't tell you anything about Epstein. And I think this is a way of changing the conversation when even their people, even the right wing Trump MAGA people were like, yo, there is something to this Epstein thing. Why aren't you just telling us? Who are you protecting? And then they're like, hey, famous guy, black dude, we can put his face everywhere. Don't worry, mafia. We won't even put your names out there. You won't even be seen. And so I really had an issue with it, but it's kind of par for the course with, where the world is right now, and where we are as a country with law enforcement, whether it's FBI, ICE, CBP, all of that, it's just not, it's not on the up and up, man.
I actually have some of the names of the crown families, but I'm not going to risk my life or this podcast, so I'm not going to name any of the mafia
Hey,
families that I did
hey,
find.
listen, Bobby, you ain't even gotta worry. We don't got enough money. You know, like they won't waste time. They're like, yeah. So he said something about us to 12 viewers. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
These
know, man. I don't know.
mullions.
I don't know which one of these 100 or people that are watching that could be snitches. So you never know. Everybody snitches these days.
That's a
Yeah, for
fact.
No, but this is crazy money laundering, and it's not just like poker games too. It's like prop bets, which is rebounds and assists, points. I mean that's also like point shaving, right? I mean, and then one of them was caught. I can't remember who it was. Maybe Wade, like telling like injury updates, like players that's not playing.
What?
yeah. I
What
think it
that
was more
Rozier?
push.
Or
You
was that
said?
Damon Jones?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that was more Damon Jones because they was trying to relate that back to LeBron since he hasn't been playing and since those Heat days and things like that. Remember LeBron didn't score in the fourth quarter and all that stuff. They was talking about they were trying to take it back to that. I just hope LeBron isn't involved and I hope he didn't participate. I think he's smart enough to not have done that. I think he's smart enough. But
Yeah.
Damon Jones, he's always around, like in the background. Since I think he's like an unofficial like he's LeBron's assistant or something like that, like unofficially or something like not assistant, but something relating to LeBron in some type of way.
I think
Yo,
as of
wait.
now, LeBron has been cleared.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, how could you point shave and end up with the most points in the NBA history? Like I
Yeah, true.
don't that's a really ineffective shaving. That's ZZ Top shaving. That's like, you know what I mean? Like how you that's like
Yeah,
impossible. You can't end up with what is it going to be 50,000 points? You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And you're shaving points. That would mean, damn, that dude is nice. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I don't think he's involved. Um, and I think he's way too much of a competitor to do that. This is really for the Jonte Porters, like dudes that are really ass. You know what I mean? they be the ones going and
Well,
point shaving.
yeah, and it's
Terry,
like you said,
guys,
Jason. I mean, like it was 30 something people got arrested, but I can only find five names and they're all black men. And it's like, who is Jonte Porter? Like these are the people that are the faces. It's only five of these black men.
yeah,
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 it's
and I
crazy.
think Terry Porter's actually nice, man. That's why I was surprised to see what he was doing in those games, man. Like, I mean, it was obvious that he was doing something illegal, man. Because no way he was getting turnovers, like just throwing the ball to the other player and like sprinting back. Like I was like, come on, man, something just don't look right with that. Did y'all see those highlights?
Of who?
I saw it. You mean
Jonte
you
Porter?
mean Terry Rozier?
Yeah.
Rozier, my bad, not Porter,
Yeah.
Rozier.
I mean, he's not bad. Like he's like a good 10 points a game guy. But those guys can swing a game. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? He would get 20 minutes a night, you know what I'm saying? 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. That dude could swing a game.
Hmm.
Like, think about, if you had Hachimura or or Gabe Vincent. You know what I'm saying? They could really affect the game.
Yeah,
So
they could.
you don't gotta be the best player, you know what I'm saying? And if you're like an assistant coach or something and you see a dude in the training room or you saw him in practice, he got a sore hamstring or whatever, like you could totally leak that information out for betting purposes. But I
Yeah.
also think it's important to remember this. While I've been, kind of making fun and joking about whether it's Terry Porter, not Terry Porter, Terry Rozier, or, some of these other, even Damon Jones, even Chauncey Billups, we don't know if they were being threatened. You got to remember, this is the mafia. Like, they're not like just regular dudes. These are dudes who are like literal killers. They can get you whacked. So you don't know if somebody got into something. Maybe they got a gambling debt that had nothing to do with basketball. And they're like, yo, well, You want us to come and break your legs so you never play basketball again? You want us, we know where you live, we know where your wife is at. That can get really persuasive. So I think there's a lot more information that needs to come out before I really start like being like, yo, these black men, they so stupid for doing this, and like everybody else in the peanut gallery is saying. Because I know how the mafia works. I know enough, and I know they work through intimidation and threats.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, and then yeah, you don't know how this all started. I know a lot of players play cards on the plane, as they travel with each other, and they do bets that way. They bet amongst themselves. So who knows how all of this got started? But I do know one player that you might want to bet on right now. Right now, your man AR.
Yes,
Austin
sir.
Reeves been going off lately, man. I mean, he hasn't scored less than 25 points since the season started.
Yeah.
That's his lowest so far. And he even had 11 assists that game, and that was against the Timberwolves. But he scored 51 points against the Kings, Jason, and 41 points against the Trailblazers. Should we be scared of Austin Reeves right now?
I mean, I think we always should have been like, or the league should have been scared of Austin Reeves the whole time. He was the best third tier player in the league for like the past 2 seasons. And now that Bron is out and you got Luca out, it's his time to shine. And we know he can put up 30 a night. The
Mm-hmm.
question for the Lakers is, are there enough basketballs on the court for all of these dudes who score? You know what I'm saying? Like, Luca wants to get his 40. You know what I'm saying? And then if you got AR scoring 40, and then, Bron wants to get his 28, like, what happens then? You know what I mean? Are there enough basketballs? Can they actually work together? You know what I'm saying? Because AR has always been a scorer. Like, I know he had the 11 assists, but he's a scorer. He's not a bring the ball up the court Magic Johnson type. He wants to get the ball in the hole. And we know that's Luka's game too. Luka will get some assists, but Luka's game is scoring. Bron
Mm-hmm.
is a little, unselfish, but Bron still want them numbers though. You know what I mean? He want to get 20 at least.
Of course,
So
yeah.
it'll be interesting to see, can they work together the way like Golden State was able to work together. And, but even when Golden State was doing their thing, you had Draymond who wasn't thinking about scoring.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have players that are willing to sacrifice that.
Yeah, I mean, we know he could score. How consistent can he be? But will it work with the other two on the floor? Luca's hurt right now. LeBron's hurt right now. So it's good that he's scoring like this. I mean, 5 games in a row of 25 points or more. Nobody's done that since Kobe in 2005. And he's averaging 10 assists. His second game against the Timberwolves, he has 16 assists. Can they all play together, Wade?
I think so. I think they can play together. I think AR has always been the underdog. I always like this game personally. Like I argue with people online about his game. You know, he was undrafted, and I feel like he's doing great. I mean, he's averaging 25 so far. I know it's the beginning of the season. I think 5 games in, but still, I think he's shown what he can do without LeBron being there. I think he played a couple games with Luca, but with LeBron not being there, I think he's able to step up. I think LeBron has uh, he has a lot of confidence. I know he was talking about how he used to always mess up, and LeBron would always get on him every time he would mess up. But now he's able to play his game and be a little bit more freer. So I think the LeBron thing that everybody say like people can't play with LeBron. I think this actually has helped him because now I think it's making him a better player. So I think he's gonna be an All Star this year. You know, I felt like last year he did really well last year. Like I mean, he's been doing good. I think he's been getting better every year. But I feel like this year, I feel like he has a chance to be an All Star, especially if he keep the momentum that he have right now.
Yeah. Well, you think he could still score 25 or more points with Luca and LeBron on the floor?
Think at least 20. Because I mean, if you look at the stats from last year, I mean, he was doing that with LeBron last year. I think he averaged like 17 to 20 last year. So I mean, he was doing it with LeBron last year. I know we have Luca now there now as well, but I think so. I think he proven that he's a threat. So I feel like and he's showing that he clutch. He had a game winning shot. I mean, they getting that confidence. So I like him. I always like they are man. I always like this game.
I,
Always like this game.
I think two of them together would be great. But three, I don't know. Three may be a crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, AR's a scorer, Luka's a scorer. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's going to have to take the back seat in terms of scoring.
I think
And
LeBron. I think LeBron has taken a backseat. He's not really. I mean, they already said they're giving the team to Luca, so I feel like LeBron's going to kind of take the back seat a little bit this year. I don't feel like he's going to be trying to get 30, 25, and all that.
no, I don't think so either. But I think Bron's going to still get his, he going to get 20. He's going to try to get 20. You know what I mean? It could work. It could work. I think, with the Luka trade, what the Lakers have always needed was like a big man. It wasn't
On the guard.
It wasn't a guard. You know what I mean? They didn't really need, like, we saw the flashes of that, of what we're seeing now in AR, like, for the past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I knew AR was that guy. You know what I mean? And I thought of him as like a third tier player, the way like James Harden was when he was with the Thunder, or like, the way like Paul George was at one point, like, like the best third tier player in the league. I thought that was AR, but can the Lakers, has he outgrown that third tier role, or is LeBron going to take the third tier role? I don't know. And what they're missing is not perimeter players. It's not slashers even. It's guys that, can defend, rim protectors, and guys who can score, inside out. If they still had AD, I'd be like, yo, this is a championship team with AD, healthy AD, which is not AD. But if you had a healthy AD, I'd be like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, AR right now is showing us that he can't be left open when Luka and LeBron come back. And I think that, like you all said, LeBron might take a back seat. Like, he doesn't mind passing the ball. We all know LeBron doesn't mind passing the ball. He doesn't mind if he only gets 16, 17 points in the game. As long as the team is winning and as long as they're not behind in the fourth quarter, he won't shoot as much as you would want him to shoot. So,
right. I agree.
Yeah, I can see that.
One thing AR doesn't have to worry about is his Beijing rubbing off on another player's jersey. Wait.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. I've been seeing them. I saw like 3 clips of that, man. It's like he got to learn, man. If you got the Beijing, man, you can't be doing the moves with your head. You can't read with your head, man. Especially when you playing away. If you playing away and they got the white jerseys on, you can't be making the moves leading with your head, trying to create space, man. You should know that. You got to put the Beijing in it. But man, everybody using enhancements, man. I think he's just the first one to get caught with it on the basketball court, man. And at least he made a joke out of it. Y'all know, I don't know if y'all saw the clip he did. We was calling LeBron.
Yeah.
He had to do something because everybody saw it, and then I think Shaq put him on Shaq in the Fool. So I mean, he had to do something, man. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Hey,
Yo,
I love that I can laugh at Boston for some reason.
Here's the problem, though. It's not the Beijing. If he had a Beijing, that would be fine. That's just hair dye, and you wash it out, and your hair is dyed. He has them fibers, that dudes be spraying on their hair.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've seen, the worst to me is, I don't know if y'all watch college football, but Marcus Freeman, who's like the coach for Notre Dame, his hairline is ridiculous. It's all the way down here. It's like super sharp. And I'm like, that's not real, dog. Like, yo, stop that. So again, these dudes, with the fibers that they be spraying on their hair, like, just get a good barber, get your natural hairline going. You heard me?
Who started this? Didn't it start with like Jamie Foxx? That because men weren't really doing enhancements until Jamie
I think Boozer, man. Boozer was the first player that I saw with that in the
player. Yeah.
game, man.
Oh
Boozer,
no,
you know,
Boozer was straight up paint. Like he had a paint roller. Like his joint was ridiculous. Like it was not dye. Like it was just like paint. It was like shoe polish.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
it
I
was
mean?
crazy.
Although Boozer's son is balling too, by the way.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it sounds good.
Both his sons are good.
Yeah.
So, Jason, what do you think about? There are absolutely no rap songs in the Billboard Top 40 right now, and I know you're a big hip hop fan, and student of the game. What do you think about that? And let me say before you answer, Taylor Swift is in 8 of the top 10 on the top 40, and she has like four more songs in the top 20.
I think people right now, I know there's going to be, hopefully we have a few people out in LA. They're probably going to be real upset when I say this. But I think now people are missing Drake because Drake was
Mhm.
always good to get something in that top 40. And he
True.
was a workaholic. He was always churning out music. And now that he's kind of been diminished, it's like, where is hip hop? Because, Kendrick is not like he's an artist. He's not like an assembly man. You know what I mean? Like, so he's gonna take time in between projects. Drake was somebody who was just like churn it out, churn it out, churn it out. And he was such a megastar that he would always have he would have had three records right now in the top, 100. Um, but now what was it? Uh Iceman or whatever? What was his last record? Like
Yeah,
he was now that he's been kind of, he's been diminished by Kendrick. Now who's a big mega hip hop star right now? Cardi B maybe? Like,
I mean, she just released the album and she's not in the top 40. Well,
yeah,
I
I
can't say
mean,
that. Well,
yeah.
it says no rap song, so I assume she's not in the top 40.
yeah, so I really think there's really no real mega stars out there like that's really consistently producing music, you know?
What I'm hearing you say is the hero of rap is taking a break or on a hiatus, man. It's like Batman when he, didn't fight crime for a while when Bane broke his back. Pause. How do you feel about this, Jake?
Yeah, I agree with what Jason said. I mean, I'm looking at a list right now. If you think about the list, Eminem, top rappers. Eminem doesn't really make music like that no more. Kendrick Lamar was They Not Like Us was what for a whole year was in the top 10. Jay-Z said he got an album coming out, but hasn't really put out any music. Lil Wayne, we saw what's going on with Lil Wayne. He's starting to tap into other stuff. People leaving concerts. Nicki Minaj, she kind of going crazy a little bit on the internet. I don't know if y'all been seeing stuff about her. She hasn't really put out no music, but she said it's because of Jay-Z. 50 Cent is doing a lot of movies, shows now. We already spoke about Drake. Kanye West kind of going crazy right now. Snoop, I mean, he's doing everything else but really music. We got Future. Future, last album he put out was about the beef with Drake, right? What's it
That
called?
song, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like J. Cole been quiet, Cardi B just dropped. So it's just I don't know. I feel like we need some new faces. I mean, I'm surprised a Young Boy song is not in there. I mean, the way the I know you don't like the YNs, Jason, but the way the YNs love Young Boy. I mean, I'm surprised he don't have a song in the top 5. I mean, they love him. I've been seeing his concert, so I agree with everything you said, Jason, and you, Bobby. I just feel like we just don't have no fresh music. I mean, maybe these rappers are just they said rap isn't making money no more, so maybe they're not wasting their time trying to come up with hits no more. That's man, I don't know.
Also, Drake would put a lot of these, get a lot of features from these rappers too, and he put a lot of rappers on as well. So,
We missing Drake for sure. We definitely missing Drake, and we also miss Wale. We haven't had a Wale summer song in a while, and I used to look forward to those every summer. Man, we haven't had one of those in a while. So, Wale, Drake. we haven't had them hits, them summer hits like we normally have. And like you said, Drake would be in that. He would have like 3 or 4 songs right now that'd be anthems. You know
Well, you'll
But
see.
yo,
Wale and J Cole have an album coming soon.
who?
Wale and J Cole.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, yo, I'm a fan of Wale because he's from where he's from our area and all of that. But I've never really been into his music like that, to be quite honest. Um, I respect him, like I said, he's from the area, and so I'll always side with dudes that are from the area, unless they just do some foul stuff. But I've never saw him on the level of a J. Cole or a Drake or a
oh,
Kendrick.
you don't think so?
No,
Wale's top.
not even
Whoa,
close.
whoa,
I
whoa.
might
Top
put him,
five.
huh?
Wale top five. And the game, I didn't mention the game too, man. The game, we haven't really heard too much. Those guys always had hits. I'm not saying it was in the Billboard, but it was always songs that we love. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I love Wale though, man.
Yeah,
Surprised,
no, I'm
Jason.
not. I'm just not a fan. Like, in that
Mm.
regard, like I root for him and I want him to do well, but I'm just never like if we ride in the car, don't be like, yo, put on that Wale joint. I'll be like, uh,
Wow.
you know,
What's crazy to me? I was just thinking the other day, like, who out there wouldn't put Wale in their top 10? And now I
Yeah,
found somebody.
yeah, he definitely top 10, maybe even top five lyricists. And we forgot Tory Lanez too.
As far as my
Tory Lanez,
favorites, Wale is in my top 5
yeah, for
favorites.
sure. Hell
Wale
yeah.
is nowhere near top 20 for me, top 25, top 30. But first of all, I'm older, so you know, my list is gonna go stretch into the 90s, the early 90s. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a little bit different, but you
No, I
know,
mean, I figured that, but
look, I
Wale.
remember Wale with Rhyme of the Century. You know what I'm saying? Like when he first started, when he had like local hits. You know what I'm saying? He was with, what was it, DJ Quicksilver, whoever it was that was promoting him.
Yeah, but
Um, he, so
Easy.
I remember when Wale first broke. And I just never was into his music. And the songs that I did like, it was because they had Miguel on it, or they had somebody, who was making it. I just never was like, I wanted to hear Wale.
mm,
Um, I would probably put Big Sean over Wale. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
crazy. I mean, I could see if you're still going by his old music, you stop listening to him at a certain point because he's gotten, I would say, 10 times better than he did when he was just a local artist. I think, especially since he went mainstream once he was with Maybach Music, that's when I think his career really took off. And lyrically, I mean, his bars are insane.
Yeah, Wale got hits, man. I'm surprised he hasn't done a verses with somebody yet, man. He got songs for sure.
And if he did do a versus, it would have to be with somebody that's like, J. Cole or Kendrick or Meek Mill or one of those.
Yeah. I mean, like, so I remember when Maybach Music put out like that album, their compilation album, and it was like, for me, it felt like every Meek Mill song went hard. You know what I'm saying? That was when I'm a boss. You know what I'm saying? I call the shots. I'm with the murder team. Call the cops. Like every Meek song was hot, but every Wale song was like, oh yeah, he's still rapping. You know what
But
I'm saying? Like,
hey, Wale, this is Jason's opinion, man.
yo,
This is not.
He doesn't speak for all of us.
let me
We
be
gotta do this.
clear. No,
We gotta do
Wale.
this,
First
man.
of all,
Not me saying this shit, man.
First of
Go
all, Wale, if you are watching, I root for you. I respect you. And if you're one of the 100 people that watches, we doing something crazy. But, let me just say, I root for you. I respect you. I love what you've done for the area in terms of, shining a light on go-go and all of that. It's just not my cup of tea. And that's, I think one of the things as artists we have to accept that we're not going to be widely loved by everybody. You know what I mean?
Wow, you sounding like Casanat right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't,
Well,
see, I'm too
well,
old. I don't know what Casanat sounds like.
Just
yeah,
basically,
Dreamer.
you give him his props and respect, but you don't really know his music enough to be like, yeah, he's one of the top rappers.
We're gonna put him on, Bobby. We're gonna put Jason on, man. We're gonna put him on.
Yeah, that Ambition album, man, I can play that every other week if I wanted to and listen to
Yeah,
it
man.
straight
The
through.
gifted, the gifted man, following the album about nothing, attention deficit.
I heard
Man,
those albums.
Shine, classics. To me, he said I heard those albums.
Yeah, I did. Like the album about nothing, and attention deficit.
You like Nike boots, man?
The actual boot or the song.
The song.
Actually, I wasn't a big fan of either, but nah, like it was. You know what song I did like? He had a song called "Back at the Go Go," and it was with I want to say Bun B was on it, and Pusha T. I think it was Pusha T and Bun B, and that used to be a joint I used to like. But either way, Wale, I'm glad y'all like his music, and I'm glad he's in y'all top five because you know the light he shines on the area is going to be good for other artists. That's good for the Logics, the Cordays, the everybody else that comes out of this area. You know what I'm saying?
How you feel
Yeah.
about Pusha T, Jason?
I'm a fan. I rock with Pusha.
Okay.
And I love it when him and Malice are together. Like I like that even more. I see him more as a group artist than as a solo artist. Maybe that's just because of the way I was introduced. But Push is that dude.
Okay. I was gonna have to end the show if you didn't like Pusha T.
Push is dope.
Nah, that's yeah. Well, I guess I found that one person that's, not a Wale fan. That's good to know. You know about the Breezy Bowl? You a Chris Brown fan, Jason?
Um, his music always goes hard. Like what I'm saying. Like I'm not a big R&B dude, but like his music is always like he's a guy that always is consistent and drops hits. He's like the Drake of R&B. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait, would you pay $500, $600 for a Chris Brown ticket?
I would because he's like the modern day Michael Jackson. I seen Chris Brown at Jiffy Lube. I seen him at Capital One Arena, whatever the name of the arena. I know they keep changing the name, but I seen him there a couple of times. And man, this dude performed. He had to do at least 100 songs, man. I ain't gonna lie. He was on there for like 2.5 hours, and he danced to every song. He knew all the lyrics. He was a performer. You know what I mean? I know I had a chance one time. My best friend, we had a chance to go see Prince. He hit me up and was like, "Man, Prince coming into town, man. We should go to this concert." I know it's R&B, but he was like, "Yo, it's Prince." I was like, "Nah, man, I ain't trying to see no Prince." Tickets was like $400, and I was like, "Nah, man, I ain't trying to spend $400 on no Prince ticket." Then I think like a month later, Prince died, and I was like, "Damn!" And I like Prince, so I wish I would have paid that money and went, like, because that would have been an opportunity for me to see Prince. I never got to see Michael Jackson in person. I would have loved to see Michael Jackson, love to see Prince. So right now, I think that all kids, if you can, go see Chris Brown because, I mean, I feel like it may not be another person like another artist like Chris Brown, and he do rap. I mean, he rap too a little bit. His
Yeah.
music is like it's R&B. It's not just straight R&B. It's like what do you call it, trap R&B or whatever. Like he rapping, singing.
Hmm.
So yeah, I would. I would pay the bread. I would pay the bread to see because I know what I'm gonna get. Sometimes you don't know what you're gonna get from some artists, but with Chris Brown, I think he has a good reputation. You know what you're gonna get when you go see Chris Brown.
I don't know. That seems like a lot of money to me. I did see him a few years ago at Jiffy Lube as well. I didn't pay that much, but I will say it was very entertaining. I mean, he's a great artist and a great entertainer. I was surprised at how many Chris Brown songs I knew.
So many.
All right, well,
um,
let me ask
yeah,
y'all this: Chris Brown versus Usher in a versus, who wins?
Chris Brown.
I think Chris Brown will win that one too.
Yeah,
Usher got hits, but I think Chris Brown gonna
I
win
don't
that
telling you,
one.
know.
you're gonna be shocked at how many songs.
If you pick their top 20 songs, because you can't go on for 100 songs. Their top 20 hits. I think Usher puts up a much better fight than y'all are giving credit for.
No, I'm not saying it's not gonna be a good fight. What I'm saying is Chris is gonna win.
Ooh, it's it's close. Did y'all watch the No Limit joint? No Limit and Cash Money.
I know
Yeah,
Wade did.
yeah, I watched it. We
Yeah,
seen Masterpiece.
yeah, he was getting his steps in. You know what I mean? He got like 7,000 steps in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I brought up the Breezy Bowl because some fans have bought and spent like 500, 600, up to $700, $800 for the tickets and couldn't get in. Something's going on with some of the venues or ticket wherever they're getting their tickets. I don't want to call out any actual ticket places, but they said that when they get there, that their tickets are invalid or their seats have vanished. And what would you do if you paid all that money, Jason, and you couldn't get in?
Um, I'm bum rushing the spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like two dates in Miami, right, Wade? Like, you know what I mean? Or a date and a half, you know what I'm saying?
Have they and a half.
So now first of all, I want a refund. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's crazy.
Yeah.
Somebody's not doing good business, so I think that's a real problem. But, Chris Brown is somebody who's gonna demand a crowd. Now, my question to you, Bobby, is this: you've been dating this girl for like 4 months.
Hmm.
She goes to a Chris Brown concert. You know where I'm going with this.
I already know.
She takes a picture where Chris Brown pays the meet and greet fee $1,000, and Chris Brown holding her up. You know what I mean? Doing all kinds of
Hmm.
wild stuff. It goes viral, and then she comes back around and wants a $600 date. You to pay for it after she just broke Chris Brown off $1,000 to, like, take a picture with her bent over and and all of
Hmm.
that.
Well,
What you doing? You staying with her, or you stepping on her, or what?
well, first of all, my girlfriend wouldn't do that. That's number one. She should already know if she's with me, she's not going to do that. But no, it would. I would be done. I mean, I guess that's crazy. If she wouldn't have spent that much money, I might have been like, okay, you have fun. It's Chris Brown. He's going to be a legend one day. Have a good time. But no, not spending $1,000 on a photo with them. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then want you to pay for dates. Be like, no,
Yeah,
you got
exactly.
it. You know what I'm saying? You got it.
Mhm.
No, that's another thing that I was going to bring up. If a woman asked you on a date, do you expect her to pay? Wait.
I think it depends on a relationship. Like it depends. I know the climate of the world we live in today. I feel like if a woman asks you on a date, you still paying. That ain't an invitation for you to have a night off and not paying. I feel like you still gonna pay. But it depends on a woman. Some women that ask you out and you would try to pay, and they be like, "Nah, I asked you out. I got it this time. Don't worry about it." So it just depends on the woman. But like I said, out here where I live at, that's just like I'm trying to get out the house. Like you still paying. It ain't no night off for you. You still paying. We going to Kamado. You spending $600 a night. I want to try this steak. So in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, down south, Florida, nah, you still paying.
Jason, do you think men should be offended if a woman is asking them on a date? Should they like wait for you to want a man to ask them on a date?
Absolutely not. No, a woman should definitely be able to ask a dude on a date. You know what I'm saying? I would like a woman that takes that initiative. At least I know she's really interested in me. So if I were in that position, I'm obviously out the game. But if I were in it, I would want a woman to ask me. And you know what? Even if I ask her, I like for a woman to at least pump fake. You know what I'm saying? Do the pump fake with the like she pulling it out so I could be like, nah, baby, I got it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Don't be like, because then I'm like, I'm a pay, but you ain't never getting this again.
Right.
But if you at least pump fake, I'm like, oh, look at a little fake pulling the debit card out. All right,
Right.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I
Like,
mean, I enjoy a good pump fake myself too. But what happens? What if she pumps fakes, and you like, oh, okay, go ahead, and she don't got it? What she gonna do
well,
then?
then I must not want to. Well, all right, that means that the date didn't go really well. If she pump fake and I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah,
That's not
we'll
true
split it.
because
You
what
know what
if
I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it might not be the first date. It might be like the fourth or fifth date. Like you wouldn't want her to take one of them.
yo, if I'm look, if we're gonna be realistic, when I was out in the dating world, you know, I ain't really have bread like that. You know what I'm saying? It took me a while to come up. So like, when I didn't have the bread, I think, if that's my girl, in particular, we really rocking heavy. If she wants to go out, she should be like, yo, I really want to go out with you. I really want to hang out with you. I really want to spend time. Yo, I got it, or at least I got half. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's just a respectful thing to do. Like, especially if you know that maybe I'm at a time in the month where I ain't got the bread like I might have on the 1st or the 15th. You know what I'm saying? So if
But
you
how
want
would
to
she
go
know that?
out, hang out, yeah, like come off a little bit, and when I got it, of course I'm gonna treat you.
Right. Well, how would she know when you have it and when you don't have it?
I mean, if that's my girl, she'll know. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I just, I came up on some bread because I did this or I did that. Or yo, we got sponsors for the podcast. Let's go out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to a movie. Let's go here. I really got it at that moment. Then we go to whatever that restaurant that Wade was talking about in South Florida. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think, Wade? Would you accept a woman paying for a date that you went on with her?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, some women they'll prepay the date. Like Jason said, like I like some women who are aggressive. There's nothing wrong with a woman being aggressive sometimes. She may want to go to the Chris Brown concert and she may just pay. She may just go online spontaneously and just buy the tickets. I ain't saying buy the meet and greet thing for the picture afterwards, but she may just buy it and be like, let's go to the Chris Brown concert. I want to take you out. Like, there's nothing wrong with a woman doing that for a man. I think it's just some women just encourage other women to not come out of their pocket ever, which I think is sending the wrong message. I mean, it ain't got it's nothing to do with the man not being able to pay. It's like it's okay for a woman to do a good gesture and take
So
do something for a
so
man too.
Wade, what if you got a joint, right?
Uh,
She pays for the Chris Brown concert.
hmm
She pays for the meet and greet, but she wants you to stand there and look dejected while Chris Brown got her up and you know what I'm saying, acting like he, doing up whatever. Like
And Jason,
would
and
you
somebody got to hold her purse while she taking the picture. So
yeah. So but you in the picture. So you get humiliated. It's like you holding a purse and Chris Brown like,
I mean, like I said, I do it for the night, but like I forgot what Gilly called it, man. Gilly called it something. He called it a flipping something. I forgot what he called it. That's just a one time thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead. What we talking, girl, or we talking just? You said a joint. So we saying a joint or wifey? Which one we saying?
I mean, I
'Cause wifey
was saying
do that.
a joint, but I would say this: it doesn't matter because while that is one night, the picture and what goes on the internet is forever. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, damn, look at you.
Nah,
You see the comments on them dudes?
nah. I mean, look, I'm not in the picture. That's y'all. Go do that. I'm not in that picture. Go ahead, do your thing. You paid for it. I'm gonna step aside. I'm gonna walk past. Appreciate you. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing. I'm not gonna be in the picture on the side holding no purse, looking crazy though.
Yeah.
All right, but what if she's like, yo, I really want you to do this for me.
Nah, I
She
ain't.
really want
I'm
him
not.
to look like a simp? That's what she really
She
want?
really want, she thinks the picture will be funny and humorous, and she gonna let you. She probably gonna let you clap later.
I mean, you gonna clap regardless, man. After the Chris Brown. So I ain't about to be in no picture for life that she gonna put on her gram when we stop talking and be like, look at this clown holding my purse while I'm all up on. Ain't about to do me like that.
Okay, all right, I hear you.
I think chicks know who to play with that type of stuff, man.
That's
I
true.
ain't one of so you know what I mean. None of us are none of them type
Yeah,
of
I'm
guys.
not the
So
one. You know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't go as soon as she said meet and greet. I'm like, you got $1,000. I could think, yo, we could freaking if we in Miami, let's say, should we go to the Bahamas? Like, what? On $1,000, we going to just to see Chris Brown for 5 minutes?
yeah, that's crazy.
Yo, we go to the concert and get on a boat.
Yeah, but let me ask you this question. So, but what if this is say this was the '80s and we were our age in the '80s and it was Michael Jackson? Would you let your chick take the picture with Mike? I would like to be in the picture with Michael Jackson right now,
Yeah,
but
but
not
Mike wouldn't do her like like Chris.
Chris Brown doing it. Yeah, Chris Brown
He wouldn't. He
looking
wouldn't be
alive. Yeah, you're right.
doing all
You're right.
that and picking her up and you know what I mean? Like Mike ain't doing that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Mike could just hold her. You know,
Yeah,
that's. I would be in a pic with Mike. Shoot, I might be like, I might push her out. Be like, here, you stand on the side. It's me and Mike.
right.
You heard, did y'all hear the story about how Mike beat up Tupac?
Yeah. I heard that story.
I don't think that's real, man.
Nah, I think it's real. I think that really happened.
You
And
think he really put
apparently,
hands on her?
Mike was part of the crew. I ain't gonna say the name of the organization,
Yeah.
but they
So
say
you think
that
you think
like,
they would allow him to beat up Tupac and Tupac couldn't do nothing back?
nah, I think he just beat Tupac up. You know what I'm saying? Like Tupac,
I ain't saying
Tupac
I
couldn't
don't think.
fight.
Yeah, I know he couldn't. I saw some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that, and I saw some stuff. Yeah. But I feel like just manpower. I feel like Michael Jackson can't beat up Tupac just off of like the body frame. I know that don't really matter all the time, but I feel like Tupac was stronger. I don't feel like he got beat up by Michael Jackson.
Well, the funny thing is, I believe that Tupac couldn't fight, but it's hard to believe that Mike could fight.
Yo, Mike is from Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Like
And he
he
did grow
been,
up with a few brothers, right? So
yeah, he got a bunch of brothers. His father was whooping ass all the time, so he know how to take a punch. You know what I mean? Or a slap, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
that's
And
know,
he
messed up.
was
Rest in peace, Mike.
agile. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah. It wasn't like he had no. I know he was skinny, but you ain't never seen like a tall, skinny dude just like beat dudes up. I remember this one dude out there, like he was skin and bones, but he would throw that wild haymaker and knock people out. You know what I'm saying?
It's possible, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't give the skinny, tiny guys the benefit of the doubt.
I gotta see the tape to believe that one, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta see the tape.
You need footage.
Yeah, I believe, and you won't find a bigger Tupac fan than me, but I also think he whooped Tupac. He beat him up. I don't think it was like he put his face in the ground. Like I think he just touched him up a couple times, and then people broke it up. You know what I'm saying? Like he just put hands on him. You know what I mean? And
That's wild. With a Jerry curl, that's crazy.
yeah, I don't know if he had the Jerry curl or the wig by then. He might have had the straight up wig by then,
Mm,
because he burned his hair out
yeah.
and like 1985 or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Pepsi commercial, right?
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I heard Mike one time talk about, when he was falsely arrested, all that stuff. See, this is why you can't trust the FBI and all of that. Because remember when they got Mike on all those false charges?
Yeah.
They won't release Epstein, but they got Mike back in the day. And Mike wasn't guilty. Um, Mike was talking about how he was arrested. He was like, they locked me in the bathroom and there was doo-doo all over the walls.
I think I saw.
Yo, word of word
Wait.
of
What do you say,
heart, he
Jason?
said that.
Say it again.
It was doo-doo all over the walls. I was like, Mike, you couldn't find another word other than doo-doo? That's how you knew he was really from Gary, Indiana. He couldn't say, like, there was feces on the wall. Like, he was like, there was doo-doo. Oh, man, Mike. Rest in peace, Mike.
Most definitely rest in peace.
That's the king.
Definitely the king. Definitely the king. Who's the new king?
I mean, y'all saying it's CB.
Chris Brown, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Brown's head, he really needs like a mentor. You know what I mean? Like, he made it to Hollywood. He was rich and famous. And I heard, like, he really went and joined Fruittown Pyru. Like, he, really, got put on in the hood. It's like, why? Everybody in the hood trying to get out. Why are you trying to get in? That means you ain't
He's
got
just
no
young.
mentor.
He was young.
I guess, man. Ray J, too. I heard Ray J really down.
Yeah, he really about that life.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
You on TV, you shouldn't be down with the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they should let you straight up retire. Like, yo.
Nah, you can't get out.
I don't know, bro. Yo, especially if you taking care of some of the dudes, like, yo, they should be like, yo, we want to keep you out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? We want to keep you
They can't make
insulated.
up new rules for you just because you're on TV.
I think there should be new rules for people on TV. I'm gonna just say that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, start your own gang then, Jason, and then you can make your rules.
All right, yeah. Y'all dudes got to be down with my gang. So I don't know what you laughing about.
Y'all don't need me. Wade is enough.
Nah, I'm cool, man.
All right, fellas. Well, where we at? With our followers, Wade.
Let me check it real quick. I think we got a couple new followers. We need to check that YouTube as well.
Yeah. Jason, you doing
we
your
was
own stuff on TikTok, right?
What's that?
I said, what you do on TikTok? Don't you got your own thing going on?
Yeah, I haven't posted in a while. I was kind of gaining a little bit of a following, and then I kind of have taken a little hiatus. But I'm gonna get back to posting on TikTok. I do a lot more like politics and Black history stuff. Occasionally I'll have some sports content, but I'm gonna get back to it real soon. So yeah, if you want to follow me on TikTok, go for it. I would love to have you.
All right, so just a quick little update. We went from I think 160 last episode to 178, so we have 18 new subscribers. One of our biggest posts so far had 12 likes, and that was Roger. That was the Mr. Rogers post with the both of them with Easy
Oh
E.
shoot, yo, you could have left that part out, Wade.
Hey, we doing good, man. We doing good. Hey, we gotta start something. We doing good, man. We
Yo,
went from we doing good. 12 likes. That's the biggest post. We had an average of 0.1 posts per. Likes per post. So that's good.
All right, I'm about to cut you off. Wait, why would you?
you get 0.1 likes per post. How's that? How you get 0.1?
I did a little
Wait a
quick
minute,
little
not a
average.
whole person liked the post? Like, how do we get?
1/10 of a person
Half, half
liked the
person, man.
post.
We got some half people on here,
That's
man.
like,
We
man.
growing, man. We growing. It's gonna take some time, but we need everybody likes. We need everybody to support our posts, support our YouTube, and Jason, also, what's up with the cologne, the oils, the smell goods?
Oh yeah, we definitely got that. That is, our first sponsor here. So definitely go to maisondedarius.com, pick up this out of the store, whether it's Notoria, Kandake, or my favorite, which is called Metanoir. That stuff is bananas. Everywhere I go, if I'm wearing that, I get like compliments. Women asking me, what I got on. Can they get some for their man? You know what I'm saying? And I always let them know, maisondedarius.com. So definitely, do that, get you some, and then you might not even have to spend the $600 on the date. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
might want you to get a steak at Costco and take it back to the crib.
Netflix and chill, man.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yep, you can follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Bing, bing.